YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Backpack Mac, back at it again with another video. And if you're enjoying this content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Straight to it, Glock just has recently made major announcements to making changes to its manufacturing process. And this is all due to the recent news headliners that Glock has been in recently, on how their guns are easily convertible into machine guns. And so this video, we will be taking a closer look into this device that converts that said Glock into a machine gun, and we'll get into it. Let's get straight into it, right? So Glock has rolled out their V-Series, and to do that, they are planning to discontinue several models here on the screen. Please pause the screen. So they'll be rolling out the V-Series, which will include some of our favorite Glocks that we know and love so dearly. Glock plan, here's the official letter on their website, actually, highlighting those said variants, just like traditional Glock, traditional rollout. But Glock has been behind the scenes facing a lot of legal pressures from several cities like Cali, Chicago, Maryland, Seattle, and all of these cities have been filing these lawsuits accusing Glock of not doing enough to their manufacturing process to prevent their pistols being easily converted into machine guns with this application called a switch. And ATF and local authorities are just plain old sick of it, right? While Glock denies any wrongdoing, putting the onus on the owner, but Glock still remains at the center piece for headliners across America. And at the center of this is a small device called a switch, which is an auto sear, or a tiny attachment that can be turn any Glock into a full automatic machine gun. This part is very cheap and is often 3D printed and can be easily attained through the black markets across the internet, or even in the street, for low to nothing. These are simple setups that these guys are doing, and they're selling these products by the thousands on the black web. So to combat this, Glock has introduced their V-Series, and basically the V-Series, they will be changing a lot of things with their firearms, right? And this was a strategic move by all means. Very strategic, because they couldn't recall their firearms, and to avoid bankruptcy, they introduced a new line. Genius. They claim their new models will have new internals. They will use some of the old features, but incorporating some new features as well. Yep, so why now? Why introduce it now, Glock? Some say they think it's time for a refresh look. Glock hasn't made any changes to their firearms over several years, right? And some say they're being more compliant and obeying local and federal regulations. So what that means is you won't have to go out and buy all new holsters, all new sight systems, and all of that. You won't have to get a bunch of new gear for the V-Series. However, some things will be different slightly. And so what are the impacts of this move for regular guys like gun enthusiasts, people like the regular shooters like you and I? Glock has said that they will continue to service and to produce parts for these said Glocks that will be discontinued, right? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been doing some research and just looking around on, different sites, and I've noticed myself that a lot of parts are sold out. A lot of parts are sold out. I've noticed also a price increase slightly um in the price of Glocks. So that leads me to wonder, so all the older models gonna be considered unicorns, and like these highly collectibles now, and the V-Series would just be right? So Glock, yeah, I have a screenshot. Pause the screen. They will continue to support. You can call in, get support, get springs, get triggers, get guide rods for your setups. No worries there. And so, what do all of this mean for new buyers that's going to be entering the market? Christmas is right around the holiday. What does this mean? So, a lot of people will be getting the new slimmer V-Series, which is said to launch sometime in December around Christmas. Well, maybe a little before, but it's coming. And for us old buyers, we can, cherish and love our older firearms. And also, if we love and like the V-Series, hey, we'll be getting the V-Series. So if you like this kind of content, please like, sub, comment. Thank you. Out.